Welcome back to Spent Too Much Diecast. What is going on, crew? Welcome back to the channel. To all my returning crew members, if you are new here, welcome to Spent Too Much Diecast. We do a lot of different diecast unboxings here. Anything from Matchbox, Jada, Fast and Furious, Fan Home, cartoon, Fast and Furious, full sets, full collections, all that good stuff. Alrighty, so today we got something a little bit different. We're going to be doing some unboxings on Jada's 1/32 scale. So we're doing a little mix of the different vehicles. So I guess, as you can kind of see there, we have Hyperspec and Pink Slips. So I guess let's do Hyperspec versus Pink Slips line and see how the two lines compare in vehicles like that. The crazy thing about it is they used to have JDM tuners, which all their JDM cars used to fall under the JDM tuners, but now it seems like it doesn't matter what series it's going with, you're going to get a mix of crazy amount of cars. So for instance, over here we have the Hyperspec cars, and you can see up on the top we have the 2008 Dodge Viper, which used to be part of Big Time Muscle. Then under it we have the 1995 Skyline GTR R32, which usually is a JDM car, but now that's for Hyperspec. And also for Hyperspec we have the 1989 Skyline GTR R32, which is kind of crazy. We're getting JDM cars in different lines. And then if we look over here to the Pink Slips, we have the Mercedes, which could possibly be Pink Slips or it could be part of Hyperspec. But then look at that, we have the Sopra GTR and a Nissan Silvia, which are all part of Pink line or Pink Slips rather than JDM. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna just do kind of a Hyperspec versus Pink Slips. We'll go ahead, get all these unboxed, take a look at them, give you some explanation on them. I know, like, for the Skyline, this is like only the second time they've released it, so that's pretty cool. So we'll go ahead, take a look at these and see what they're all about. Alrighty, crew, and we are back. I also did pull out some other vehicles, so we're gonna do a little bit of a comparison as well in this video, so hopefully you guys will like that as well. But before we get started, like always, I do just want to say thank you to all my crew members out there, everybody who follows, likes, subscribed, all that good, everybody who follows our Instagram, Facebook, all that other stuff. I do appreciate all my crew members out there. If you are new here to the channel, take 2 seconds, go down below, hit the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. We do put out a lot of cool unboxings here on the channel, a lot of stuff you don't see other places like Jada cars and all that other stuff. So definitely give us a follow, help us grow this channel. Our next milestone is going to be 10K, 10,000 subscribers, 10,000 crew members, as we call you guys here on this channel. So I do appreciate everybody who is new, old, OGs, all that stuff. I do appreciate everybody. All right, so I have the 3 Hyperspec cars we saw in the beginning, and we actually came up with 4 Pink Slips. I actually did find another one that I had sitting around that I did want to get open, so we added 1 more Pink Slips. And then I did bring out some cars that are other versions of these cars that we got right now. So we'll just kind of go in order. As we go in order, we'll explain the car like that. That way I won't do it at the end. We'll just kind of do it with us. So right off the bat, we're going to start with the 2008 Dodge Viper SRT10. We have an item number of 36420. And again, all of these cars you see here on the table are being called a scale 1/32. So I do believe this is the second time we've seen the Viper in the Pink Slip delivery. So this one is pretty cool. We do have the plastic base, and this one they're going with like a green and black version, kind of like a neon green, or like I wouldn't consider that like a I don't know what you would consider this color, kind of like a lime green. I do think it fits it nice. I kind of like the contrast going from black to leaving it the green to black to green again, and that goes all the way down the car, which is pretty cool. We have the Dodge logo up there. Let's see, it's got Viper SRT10 on the fender. We got 311 on the door, which is in a matte black. Interior is basic. We just have all black plastic, no color, no nothing. And again, here are the door jambs that never get any paint, because I'm pretty sure when they paint the car, they paint it with the doors closed. Then going along to the back, we got no license plate or anything like that. We do have the Viper logo, the taillights, and again, like I said, that stripe comes all the way down, which is pretty cool. Passenger side, it's gonna be exactly the same. There is your passenger door and all that. And like I said, I think this was the second installment or the second coloring of the Viper. I'm pretty sure this was the first one that we got way back. Oh yeah, see pink slips. Yeah, so this is the second time seeing the Viper in pink slips. This isn't a new casting. We've had this casting for a long time. And they even have a super rare version that I think we should start getting in the States here. But this is the Fast and the Furious version. Originally, these were only offered in Europe. I actually bought this one from a guy in Europe. So I'm not sure if we're gonna start seeing these here in the States at all yet, but the Viper casting has been around for a while, so that is pretty cool. All right, moving it along, here is going to be the Skyline. Like I said, these are all part of the Hyperspec wave. I don't know why they're not doing them for JDM tuners, but we're gonna see them in Hyperspec as of right now. So this one is the 1989 Nissan, which they spelled wrong, Nissna Skyline GTR R32. I wonder if they did that on the other one as well. No, they didn't. No, that's a 95. That's a 33. Is this a 32? I don't think I have a 33. I think this is a newer casting for them. I think the first time, so it's a Nissan R32, and I was looking back for my Fast and Furious ones, but those are 33s. So I think this is a new casting for them. I do believe we are going to see this in the Fast and the Furious wave as well, being all black. So they are releasing it again, or as well, in the Hyperspec. So item number 36421. And of course, they don't put a copyright date down here anymore, so you don't really know when the casting is. But I'm pretty sure the R32 here is a brand new casting. We will see it as a black version for Fast and the Furious as well, coming in the Legacy pack for us. But here we go, let's take a look at this one. Does have some nice graphics. It's all black with gold graphics. You do have like the intercooler there painted silver, which is pretty cool. That is plastic. And then we get a whole bunch of stuff on the hood. Bees Racing, what does that say? Bees Racing Fuel 32, Champion Wax, PBS, all that stuff. And I wonder if it's 32 because it's an R32, so that's pretty cool. It is a right-hand drive, which is nice. So passenger side, you got the same kind of deco. And I don't know if you guys are also Hot Wheel collectors, but does this theme kind of look familiar to the Hot Wheel themes they released this year with the black and gold? So we have gold wheels, side mirrors. Again, more manufacturings there. That kind of looks like the Japanese flag. 32. This would be your passenger side, so nothing special in there. Again, just all black plastic. Going along to the back, we have Nissan GTR logo. There's a Skyline. We have a chrome exhaust, no license plate. So basically, like I said, the Fast and the Furious version is going to be exactly the same. It's just going to be all black and then probably different wheels. I think it was black wheels. But yeah, so they basically took this version then and recolored it for the Hyperspec version. All right, moving along. So yeah, basically with that R32 is one of the newest castings. They did back in the day make a 1/18th, but I just kind of looked some stuff up and I didn't see any other ones. So be on the lookout for the R32 because that's a new casting that they're using again. All right, now we're gonna move on to the R33s. So Jada does make the R32, the R33, and the R34. I don't have any R34s, but you know, we've seen them before. They have them in the Fast and the Furious as the silver and blue and all that good stuff. So they also made those as well with the JDM tuners and all that stuff. All right, so now we're moving on to the R33. This one again is part of the Hyper Spec. We have 364222 on there. Nissan Skyline GTR R33, which is pretty cool. And if you see a theme again, Hot Wheel fans, the Power HKS delivery, they also did a Hot Wheel with almost the same kind of delivery. And Jada also has this delivery on the R34 in 1/24th scale. So pretty cool on that. But it is nice seeing the Skylines in other things than just Fast and the Furious and I guess JDM tuners. So here we are, we got the GTR logo on the grill, which is plastic. The base is plastic. We got paint back there for the intercooler. There is the HKS power on the hood, which is pretty nice, right-hand drive. We have the HKS again on the door with then the power HKS going along from the door to the quarter. Some chrome wheels. Again, nothing interior-wise, it is just all black. And you do know with the 132nds, all you really get are opening doors. All right, take a look back here. We do have a plastic spoiler. It is not painted or anything. It is just the black plastic casting. There's the GTR Skyline. We have a gray exhaust. No license plate, nothing like that. And I don't believe they make the 33s in a 1/24th scale. I'm pretty sure the 33s are only a 1/32nd scale. So if you want to get this in a bigger version, I do not believe they offer it. And there is your driver's side. All right, and then I did pull some out from the archive just to show you guys. We do have the Fast and the Furious one, which is pretty cool. This is the R33. So we did see it in this Fast and the Furious version, and we did see it in this Fast and the Furious version, which is pretty cool. And like I said, that Legacy series is gonna come with this one, and then an all black R32. So I should be getting those soon. Hopefully, once I do get them, then we'll go ahead and get those unboxed as well. Alrighty, so those were the Hyper Spec. Now let's go ahead and take a look at some of these JDM tuners. Sorry. Now let's go ahead and take a look at some of these pink slip ones. And first one on the block is going to be 36237 1/32nd scale, and we'll get into that here in a minute, which is the Mercedes-Benz G-Class. I don't believe they make these in a 1/24th or anything. I think these were always a 1/32nd scale, and this is the second time seeing it in the pink slip version. So here we go here again, plastic base, everything in the front there is plastic. You do have the Mercedes logo, some paint for all that. It does look like it's a push bar, which is black. This is a nice light blue color, which is pretty cool. Windows on here are blacked out. Black wheels. Does have side mirrors, does have the opening doors. This one, the windows are actually open. There is your interior. Again, nothing special. It is just all black. Going along to the black, you do have the G550 back there. You do have the light or the spare wheel with the Mercedes logo, a little bit of paint, everything plastic, no license plate. And then here you are on the passenger side. All right, now the crazy thing about the G-Wagon is, I don't know if you guys are big collectors of it. I usually don't, but I did pick them up. The first color we had was actually black, and they did not tint the windows on this one. So I think I would have liked better to have the black version with the black tint, because then it would have been like black on black on black. So we did have this one part of pink slips, and then this is the second coloring. Like I said, they didn't black out the windows. They didn't even give us the Mercedes logo on it. Otherwise, it does look to be same wheels and everything like that. So second time seeing the Mercedes G-Wagon here, part of pink slips. Now, if you're true JDM collectors, we're gonna go back in the day. They actually had another version of the G-Wagon, and I think this is the only other version that they had. I don't believe they made it in a bigger scale or anything like that, but back in the day, I have no idea what year this is from, but they did offer the G-Wagon, and you can see they're actually considering this a 1/43rd scale. So what they did on the new version is they scratched it out and then they printed 1/32nd, because they are exactly the same scale. Look at that. And you can tell they're smaller than a 1/32nd. So they're claiming it's a 1/32nd, but in reality, I would probably consider it more of a 1/43rd. And this was back in the day. This was a Jurassic Park release. I don't even know if this is going to have a date on it. No date on this. So I think back in the early 2000s, possibly. So, I mean, it's basically the same casting, just different paint job. They put like Mercedes logos on the wheels, nothing on the back. Everything's the same, windows, interior. So if you guys are true fans, you would have had this one back in the day. So if you like to collect the G-Wagons, here's another version for you guys. But I thought that was pretty cool. Alrighty, then the next one up, again, they did this as the pink slip version. I don't know why. Usually we see these as JDM tuners, but it really doesn't care where they come from on the series. As long as we're getting some new cool cars, I do enjoy that a lot. All right, so this is the 2009 Nissan GTR R35, and this is the Ben Sopra edition. We have 36428 as the item number. Oh, I love the green color on this. We do have plastic for the base and the grille. A nice, I wouldn't call it a forest green. It's not that. It's just green. We'll just go with a nice green. Nice vibrant colors. We're going with like copper wheels, which look nice on here. And I do love the fact that these pink slips are giving us splashes of color elsewhere. There is like the same, I'm guessing it's supposed to be kind of the same brown as the wheels, but it's a little bit darker. But just that little bit of color in there from a distance makes it look really cool. And the reason this is the Ben Sopra edition is because it has the big race wing and it's got the wide body kit rather than just the normal GTR. No graphics back there except for the paint for the lights and the Nissan. The spoiler is plastic. Going along to the passenger side, there it is there with the seats. I mean, even if they would have gave us like a green roll cage in there, that would have looked really cool too. Or even that same brown. Very nice, very nice. And again, I did bring some out. They did make these as JDM tuners. Unfortunately, I don't have any of the JDM tuner versions, but I do have the Fast and the Furious version. So this one was what it was for the Fast and the Furious. And if you guys are variant collectors, or if you like variations, this is what they just released now, is the Fast and the Furious version. And look at the difference on the blue. It is crazy different. So they're going with like their shinier chrome kind of color blue. So if you guys like variations for Fast and the Furious, here's another one. And it's only for the small one, not the big one. The big one, the paint is still the same. But I don't know if the camera does it justice, but there is a crazy blue variation on that. Alrighty, two more for the video, and that's gonna call it. But here we are, another pink slip version we have here, which could be JDM tuners. We have the 2001 Nissan Silvia S15, item number 36429. Looking good. See, that's what I'm saying. It's almost like the same, the new blue that they have now is what the Fast and the Furious got painted. But nice, clean car, no graphics on it, no nothing. They kept it super clean. Plastic base. They went with like a carbon fiber hood on it, which looks awesome. The logo is on the hood. Some chrome wheels, which fits it nicely. Passenger side, nothing. No coloring on the inside of this one. It would have been cool to have like colored seats or something. There is a chrome exhaust. There's the pink slip license plate. There's the Silvia. Plastic wing, not painted. There is your driver's side. Does have side mirrors on it, pretty cool. And if you guys remember, do you remember seeing it as a Fast and the Furious car? So this one was actually part of a Legacy series where it came in that 2-pack, and it was the Mona Lisa. So we did see the Silvia once before in the Fast and Furious deco, and now we got it as a plain version in pink slips. So pretty cool. Alrighty, and then this is an older one. This has been around for a while. It's not a newer release like the Silvia in the green Nissan in the other one. But here is a pink slip version of the Jeep Gladiator. 35364 scale 1/32. And I'm not a big fan of the Jeep Gladiators. I do have the Fast and the Furious version, and then that's it. And the only reason I picked up the pink slip version was because it was on sale at Walgreens for like $3, so I couldn't go wrong. And I kind of like the fact that it says pink slips on the door. But other than that, I wouldn't have bought this one retail. But like I said, Walgreens had it on sale for like $3, so I had to get it. And a lot of plastic on here. You have the plastic winch in the front. You have the plastic winch in the front. You have the detail for the grille, the headlights. Nice white wheels, which I think is pretty cool. Interior is all black. Does have some red around the windows. Jeep on the back in white, which is really nice. And then there is your passenger side. And the one thing about this one that is cool is this is actually screwed on. You can see right there, there's 4 screws that actually keep this part screwed on. But what I did was you unscrew the base there and the base there, and then you can unscrew this from the inside, and it is detachable, which I think is pretty cool, because then you can have your Jeep with the roof rack, without the roof rack. You can even spin the roof rack around, so you can have the tire in the back, or you can have the tire in the front. So it's kind of cool that they have those screwable and not riveted in, that you can remove them. And again, like I said, the only other version I have of it is the Fast and the Furious, and I did the same with the back on this as well. And I have no idea why these wheels turned white, which is crazy. I have a couple of Jada cars that the wheels are white like this. Oh yeah, oh, I forgot about that too. You can also, there's also a screw in the middle that you can remove the roof. So you can have the roof on or off, the back on or off. Oh, I forgot about that. I never took that one off. I'm gonna have to unscrew that one and take it off then. But yeah, it's the same screw. So when you're taking that off, if you unscrew the roof is then technically removable. So there we go, guys. I know this was a longer video, but we did put out a whole bunch of diecasts for you guys, so hopefully you enjoyed it. Like I say, we do put out a lot of cool videos here on the channel, so definitely make sure you subscribe and help support the channel as well here on Spend Too Much Diecast. I do appreciate everybody who watches, shares, follows. Check out our Facebook. You'll see picture albums of every single car that you've seen here on the channel today. So until next time, everybody have a great day, and we'll see you on the next unboxing. Bye.